How you guys doing? Yeah. How you guys living? We're living good. We're living good, bro. We're living good. Yeah, right now, I just spent last night in the hotel. Just got up. Just went church and just came back. Back at the hotel. Here for another night and then back home tomorrow. But yeah, but as I was just, chilling and having a drink at the hotel, something came to my mind and I said to myself, I would like to speak to you guys about a topic like, don't give up on me yet. Yeah, don't give up on me yet. I don't know what kind of friends you have around you, but make sure they're the friends that don't give up on you yet. Yeah. Because some friends, they're ready to sign you off straight away. Some friends are ready to dust you off straight away, but you need friends who ain't gonna give up on you yet. Even when they say it's over, the report says it's over, there's a friend in the midst of your crowd of friends who's gonna say, nah, he ain't gonna go out like that. It's not over. Let's try one more time. Yeah. You see, there's some friends who's having accidents and going into the hospital and being on life support machine, and the doctor saying that it's over, and they're ready to plug out the machines on the friend, but there's a friend in the midst of the friends who say, no, it's not over. No, it's not over. Give him another try. Pump his chest one more time. I would like to tell you about a story. There's a woman, she was driving her car, and she was driving her car and she was with her three kids. And she was driving her car, she was planning the day out with the three kids. It was a beautiful day, the sun was shining. And as she was driving her car along a little motorway, a van came spinning around the corner so fast that he hit her car face on, and her car crashed. And her kids were okay, but this woman, it's like she got knocked out, and her eyes were closed, and the ambulance came and rushed her to the hospital. And as they rushed her to the hospital, the senior doctors at the hospital took over the treatment and start putting her on life machine, thinking that her life is nearly over. And they tried everything they could. They pumped her chest. They gave her the kiss of life. Everything they tried, but nothing was working for this woman. And the doctors were having a conversation with each other and saying, you know what, we might as well pull the button. This woman ain't gonna make it. I'm saying, this woman ain't gonna make it. But as they were saying it, it's funny because even though the woman's eyes were closed and she couldn't communicate with her words with her mouth, it's like she was in a coma. But sometimes if you're in a coma, you can still hear and be aware of what's happening around you. So while the doctors were speaking near her body and saying that, this woman ain't gonna make it, she was in her body saying, trying to scream out loud, saying, don't give up on me yet. I'm still alive. My eyes might be closed. I might not communicate with you with the words from my mouth, but don't give up on me yet. I'm still alive. I don't hear what I'm saying. But the doctors decided to give up on this woman, so they plugged out all the machines and start taking this woman to a place where they keep dead bodies. And as they're taking the woman to the dead body, the woman just wished in her mind that she could shout out loud. She was still alive. While they're taking her body, she was still alive. Yes. There's some friends around you who you have who's gonna agree with the doctor. And it looks like it's nothing wrong in agreeing with the doctor because he's a professional. Yes. But what does God says? God says that we have the power to raise up the dead. I don't hear what I'm saying. You see, if I was in a hospital and I heard that someone did pass away, the first thing I'm gonna do is ask the people in the room, where is your faith? And if they don't have no faith, what I'm expecting for them to have in a room, I will say to them, can you please leave the room? I don't know if you hear what I'm saying. I would tell them nicely but firmly that they need to leave the room. And they might ask me and say, why, Nathan, you want us to leave the room? I would say because we're just about to do a miracle in this room. And it has to be people with faith who believe that God says that we can raise up the dead. Yes, 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 yes. Before you give up on a person who looks like they died in front of you or they died in the hospital, before you give up on them, pray for them and pray to raise up the dead. Yes, 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 because God says we have the power to raise up the dead. So don't forget about this woman. She was alive all the time. She had the car crash, so she went into a little coma. She couldn't, she was knocked out basically. But the time when they're taking her off the life machine and pronouncing this woman as dead, she was still alive, but she couldn't communicate with her mouth. So fancy that you're alive and they're taking you to where all the dead bodies lie, but you know you're alive, but you don't know how to communicate. You can't move your fingers, you can't move your body, you can't do nothing. It's only when they took her into the place where they said that where they keep the dead bodies is where one of the doctors see the woman moving her little finger. I don't know if you know what I'm saying. She was moving her little finger, and the doctor said, hang on a sec, can you see that finger? Can you see? She's moving her finger. And the next doctor said, oh yes, I can see. Another doctor said, yes, I can see. Another one said, yes, I can see. And the same doctor who recognized the woman moving her finger, he said, bring her back out, bring her back out, bring her back, bring her back, bring her back. And they brought her back and put her back on the machine and start pumping her chest and pumping her chest. And this doctor said, I'm sure this woman's alive, she's alive, she's alive. And doctor said, you sure? I don't think she's alive, I think it was just a reaction. But the doctor persisted and said that this woman's alive. He never gave up on this woman. Now you can imagine if that doctor wasn't there, that woman would have been left in a place of dead bodies when she would even be dead. She was fully alive, but she just couldn't communicate. Do you know what I'm saying? And this story did teach me that it's not over yet. Don't say it's over yet. Don't give up so quickly. You know what I'm saying? They pronounce death. They pronounce that the job is over. They pronounce that you will never get this. They pronounce you will never be this. It's not over. Don't give up yet. You know what I'm saying? We have to have faith and believe. God says that we must pray to wake up the dead. Do you know much families hear a call from these professional people and say, oh, sorry, your family member couldn't make it. We pronounce them as dead, and you start crying, and getting arranged in funerals and all them things there. But if you did listen to what God's saying, God will be saying, go to the hospital where they pronounce your family member as dead, and ask them to leave the room and put hands on that body. I don't know if you know what I'm saying. Put hands on that body and tell that body to rise up in the name of Jesus Christ. Rise up. I command you to rise. Yeah. God forbid, but if there was a time when I was in that situation, I wouldn't want none family member of mine to ever believe the report of the doctor until they lay hands on me and pray for me and say, rise up, Nathan, rise up. I command you in Jesus' name to rise up. If you are a real family member of mine, that's what I expect you to do. I don't want you to hear what the doctor says and say, oh, okay, then, and start crying. Nah. God says we can raise up the dead. So that's the time when you're supposed to use your faith and raise up the dead. You know what I'm saying? The doctor does not have the last say. God has the last say. So I just want to teach you guys something. The woman was in a coma. It looked like she was dead. It looked like she wasn't breathing. But the woman was still alive. And when the professional doctor said that this woman's life is over, I don't know if you know what I'm saying. She heard and was aware what was going on around her. But the thing about it, she couldn't communicate. She couldn't communicate with her mouth. It's like her body was paralyzed for that moment, for them couple hours. That's why she couldn't speak. That's why she couldn't communicate. But all the doctors gave up on her took off the machine and everything like that. It was only one doctor who noticed that the woman, as he was carrying her to the places where they keep the dead bodies to bury them, this doctor realized the woman's finger was moving. And they said, hang on a sec, can you see that woman's finger moving? And one of them said, nah, it must be a reaction. If you did listen to that guy who said it must be a reaction, you would have kept on moving her body to the dead bodies. But this young doctor was so persistent and said that I can see this little finger moving. And he said he commanded the staff to bring back the body and put her back on the life machine. This woman is alive. This woman is alive. And it's only because that doctor did notice that woman's finger moving is why that woman is alive today. I don't know if you hear what I'm saying. She's alive today. And she said in her testimony that why they were saying that I was dead, I was alive. She said that only if someone did believe that I was still alive, only is because that doctor believed that I was still alive, is why I am in the living today. All the other doctors, more experienced doctors than this young doctor, gave up on me and pronounced me dead. But I'm suggesting to you, when they say there's no more life, when they say that you are dead or that you're not alive, you who have faith, put your hands on that body and say, I command you in the name of Jesus Christ to raise from the dead. I command you. And it's only then when you command that body to raise up, and if that body don't raise up after saying it for a while, then maybe that's in God's will. God is taking him home. But don't hear what the doctor says or the professional says and you start crying and say, oh, I'm gonna miss you, and start making arrangements to bury the body. Because that person you're crying over might be crying out to you, maybe not physically by the mouth, by words, but crying out to you, but he's in a coma that he can't speak and communicate with you. And he's shouting out, I'm alive, I'm alive. You're a man of God, you're a woman of God, and you're giving up on me so easily. You're supposed to pray over my body before you stand with the doctor and say that, yeah, the life is over. There's no Christian, there's no man of God who's supposed to hear that someone has died and have the opportunity to visit that body and not lay hands on that body and say, I command you in Jesus' name to come alive. I command you. I force you to come alive. Because if you can't do that, that means you're not a real Christian. You're not a real man or woman of God. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to have nothing to do with you. God bless you. Yeah, this is Nathan Brown. Speak to you guys soon. God bless you.